Wow, man, what a fiasco. Welcome to the show. This particular episode is about, the title of it really is the Peaky Pets while camping. And that's what I was talking about earlier when the audio went off from the original podcast. But here we are. We're going to go forward and do this because I think it's important. The subject is important. It really is. The camping and the outdoors extravaganza, anything that we do in the wilderness, in the outback, in the desert, pets pets are part of the plan. It should be if you're taking your pet camping. As humans, we pack our medications, we pack our things that we think that we would need if we get sick. Well, pets should have the same courtesy. And all this stems from a story that I would like to share with you now. And basically, what had happened is that I wanted to go out into the forest. And in the forest is where I went with my trusty Rusty. Okay. Now, Rusty is a 1-year-old Jack Russell, and many of y'all can see photos and all that stuff on my social media platforms. But basically, we got out there to the forest, and it was deep, concentrated forest in the way that would really be kind of scary for some people. Now, I will tell you that right off the bat, I mean, literally, when I parked and I'm unpacking, unloading the truck, and then all of a sudden, Rusty is, kind of doing his thing around trees and stuff, and I'm paying attention to, setting up camp. And then I see him from the corner of my eye getting into something on the ground, and he was just going at it. And at first, I thought maybe he had caught a squirrel or something like that. But as I got closer, I realized that Rusty was in a carcass of an animal, and it was dead. And it was pretty gruesome. So I removed him the best I could. He tried to bite me. And I finally got him out into the bed of the truck, and I kind of took the carcass and I threw it away. And I thought he was going to be fine, and so I set up camp, and I made supper, and we had a great campfire, and things were good. Things were really good. But until one thing I noticed.
Uh-oh.
Yes, and one of the things I noticed about around 11 p.m. is that Rusty started to get real lethargic. And in being lethargic, he started getting sick. And with kind of like the loose limbs and the vomiting and those kind of things, all of a sudden, I figured, wow, something is not right here. He got into that dead animal, and he is probably going to get sicker. So I was literally not prepared. I did not have a plan. And so the only thing I decided to do is kind of play it out through the evening, and in the morning, wake up and kind of leave camp and go into the nearest town to look for a vet. Now, that's what you don't want to do, okay? Because if something really was serious with Rusty, he probably would have died on me during the evening, and so that would have been really, really bad because I really, really love the guy. He's a great animal, and he's a great companion. But let's face it, our pets are family, and who wouldn't want them to experience the joy of camping? But before you pack their leash and kibble and other things that you may find, cool for them and adventurous, pack a couple of other things in your toolbox or in your little box that you have for your pets. And here's some things that I came up with that I just want to share with you that I think you should know from one pet owner to the other. Number one, know your pet. Is your pup a social butterfly or a nervous Nelly? Well, is he a kind of like an outdoor adventurer, or is he just kind of confirmed as a couch potato? Choose your campgrounds or your areas that you're going to camp that suits their temperament. Rusty is very, very energetic, and he's very athletic, and so we choose to go out into the outback. This forest area was, of course, dense and nearly unpopulated. And so for him to exercise and run around and maybe sometimes be on a leash, that's kind of like the areas that we choose for him. And of course, hiking and running and things like that for him as well. Second thing, gear up. Invest in comfortable, weatherproof a pet bed, a sturdy leash or a harness. Rusty uses a harness, and that suits him very well. And then, of course, some things that we take for him are collapsible food and water bowls, and then, of course, waste bags. The thing with Rusty is that we try to keep the practice of leave no trace behind, right? This also contributes to some of the things that he needs to get accustomed to when we go out there, like, for example, his harness, right? And then I consulted my vet on this one. Vaccines are vital when you get out there camping and exploring, okay? Make sure your pet's vaccinations are up to date, especially rabies, right? Consult your vet about any necessary parasite prevention medicines such as flea, ticks, heartworm medication, etc., etc. Um, when when we're talking about your pet's health during activities, it is crucial to have these vaccines up to date. Well, I will go further by telling you that we went ahead and went for the parvo vaccination, and then there's another outdoor uh, wilderness kind of vaccination that we got for Rusty because we know that we go camping and we're out and about a lot. I can't remember what that's called, but I do know that my vet was talking to me about it, and we went ahead and we got that shot for him as well. Practice makes perfect, everyone. So before the trip, take your pet on short outings, familiarize the pet with new sights, new sounds, new smells. Find a local park. We find a very large park here in the area that we live in, Texas, and we frequent it very, very much. The frequency is probably once a week, only because those things that are in the park normally they kind of transpire into those areas that we go out. Open fields, wild animals, squirrels, rabbits. I've even seen a hog out there, right? So, in practicing and getting the pet accustomed to being out there, there'd be better performers and or hikers when they get out there in the outback. Okay, um, and I will say, even best planned trips can encounter sickness. Unfortunately, that sickness can sometimes be detrimental. I was very lucky. I was very lucky with Rusty on this particular um, outing, and it was pretty scary. It really was. Um, One thing that I will tell you that I don't have that now I am going to have, is a pet first aid kit. Antiseptic wipes, gauzes, thermometer, and tick remover. That's kind of like essentials. The thermometer, remember your pet should be, at least mine, my dog, is about around 102 is the average, right? So know your pet's temperature. You can consult your vet on that one. And then know the signs. Pay attention. Look out for changes in appetite. Like I was saying, when he got lethargic, that was a sign for me. Vomiting, diarrhea, those kind of things are good indicators too, right? These could indicate anything from simple tummy aches to more severe issues for sure. And if you notice these things, it's important to monitor your pet's condition. And here's the point on this whole experience: know where a local veterinarian is in the vicinity of wherever you're camping. Just like I look at the local hospitals for us as my wife and I'm starting now to look at the vet clinics, vet emergency centers where we are camping. Okay, location, location, location. The sometimes when you're out and about, you're far from civilization and societal comforts, but it would be really to your benefit to uh, to know where the hospital is for you, and then of course where the vet is for your furry family friend. Cell service can be patchy in campgrounds, right? So having an address ready and available is crucial, because if you can't pull it up on your Google Maps, you at least have the address where you can use your paper copy map. Okay. Prevention is critical. By planning and being observant, you can ensure your furry friend has a happy and healthy camping trip. And that's kind of the point of my session tonight, my podcast. Okay. I hope those things were helpful for you. I hope my story is was able to convey the message of taking care of the pet while we're out there in the outback. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for joining me on Catholic Camper. For more tips and tricks on camping with your pet, you can go ahead and visit my website, catholiccamper.com. And anyone wants to chime in on this, that would really, really be cool. Because, like I said, this is my intent is to create conversation on this particular subject. Okay. All right, everybody. Peace and take care of those pets.